bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Monday morning. Welcome to Ocala Talks. It is 9 a.m., actually 9:06 a.m. here in the Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida. Overcast day, but warm. Going to reach a high of 80 today in Ocala. Going to have the 80s for the next 3 to 4 days, and then cold front comes in Friday, takes us back down to 66 on Friday, but then on Saturday, right back up to the 70s. So we're in that time of year now where you just wear a parka and mittens like Bernie Sanders did and take them off halfway through the day. That's how it is. Sonda Eunice joins us as she does every Monday. If you want to be a part of this program, there's a couple ways to do that. One, you can call in if you want to be a caller. 622-9622 is the number to call to join Sonda and I on the broadcast. But if you want to join us and talk about your business or promote your business, get in touch with Sonda. She has some very affordable ways that you can talk for up to 25 minutes about your business and what it is about your business that makes you unique. So some great opportunity for people, Sonda.
Yes, and all of our guests that have been here so far have really been raving about the results that they've gotten from it. Increased website traffic, increased social media engagement, likes. So it's really a great opportunity.
Like Decor, I know the guy with the food truck, Decor, coming. Yeah. He said that he's had like 3 or 4 people that have come up and said, "Hey, we heard you on WOCA."
Right.
And come to find you.
Yeah.
And so
that's really cool.
And that's a food truck. So if it's successful for its food truck.
Yeah.
I mean, and his food's really good too, though.
It is very
good. Really good.
Yes.
He's
actually the one that's catering all of our breakfasts for our new networking events. Yes.
You get mofongo with him, those breakfasts?
So not yet.
Because he makes the best mofongo. Ooh.
We had, so far we had 2 events. The first time we had some eggs and potatoes and bacon and sausage. And then the second event, we had some French toast and pancakes and bacon, and it was great.
That was at Homewood Suites?
Spring Hill Inn
and Suites.
Yeah, right by Sam's Club.
All I know was it looked like there were quite a few people there.
There were. And the best part is that they were different people from Thursday to Friday. And that's kind of what I was hoping for, is that by giving people, 3 chances during a week, because we're doing it Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, whoever can come on what day comes, right? If you can make it all 3 days, amazing. If you can't, you don't have to, you know? So it was like for the second day, it was maybe 1/3 of the people that had been there on Thursday, and then 2/3 that were already new.
Well, that's good. That's good. I do remember, though, I do remember that somebody said live on the air. I forget who it was. Oh, it was you that said live on the air, because I wouldn't be able to make those events because I'm on the radio, that you would bring me breakfast.
Yes, I do have to do that. I do have to do that.
You've had 2 events now.
The next time that we have an event is Thursday.
You've had 2 already. And I have yet to get a breakfast.
So here's the problem. Every single time our event ends at 10:30, and both Thursday and Friday, I've had an 11 o'clock meeting.
Oh, well, there you go.
But I will make sure to schedule my meetings at 11:30 from now on.
Well, there you go, to make sure I get my
So
food.
that I have time, yes.
It's all about me.
Exactly.
Hi, caller. You're on with Tom and Sonda. Who's this?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Morning, Hugh. We already talked to your better half this morning.
Oh, yeah, I heard all about it. I should tell you, I want to congratulate you first on your engagement. That's a wonderful part of life, and I know you're going to be very happy in the future. And I found out from all the way from Wisconsin, Linda told me she had you on the internet and said, "Hey, guess what? Tom got engaged." It's no kidding. So
yeah, well, that's because you don't have the Facebook, Hugh. That's the reason you miss these things, because you don't have the Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have that, right? Yeah. But anyways, thank God she was up in Milwaukee during the Packer game, and I was down here because I'd be kind of bruised up today if we were together.
Had to be a little tough. Had to be a little tough watching that game yesterday, Hugh.
Yeah, I told her, I says, I think Tampa Bay is going to win, and it's going to be a close game. And But that's the way it turned out. Now we're going to be it's going to be a great game in Tampa Bay, and boy, they're going to have their hands full with Kansas City. I think they're going to have to play as good or maybe even a little better against the Packers. But we'll see what happens. It'll be fun to watch.
If Tom Brady throws 3 interceptions against Kansas City, they're going to lose by 30 points.
Yeah. When you look at the stats, Rodgers had a better game than him, but it all came down to Tampa's defense and the offensive line for the Packers. I don't know how many times Rodgers got sacked. It was 4 or whatever. I
4.
Count, but that was the whole game right there,
Yeah, Hugh, it really, but all in all, still a good football game, enjoyable to watch. Didn't come out the way that your beautiful bride wanted it to come out, but still a good football game.
Well, she'll still be a Packer fan. I know it's just another year and everything else. But I was going to say, too, the weekend was kind of sad with the passing of Henry Aaron. Personally, in my life, I've seen a lot of Milwaukee Brave games with him hitting home runs in Milwaukee, and it was a shame that eventually he had to pass. Although he was up in age and he had a great life, but it kind of soured the weekend a little bit,
I heard about it live on the air. Somebody called, Jim Penn, I believe, called and said that the great Henry Aaron had passed about 20 minutes before I was getting off the air, and it caught me off guard. And I'll tell you why. I'm a lifelong Braves fan. My dad is from Wisconsin. I have a picture that I really cherish. It's my dad, Eddie Matthews, and Hank Aaron at a bar in Milwaukee in 1957. And it's a picture of them all sitting at the bar. And my dad got somebody to snap a picture with him sitting with Hank Aaron and Eddie Matthews, because back then baseball players didn't make the money they make now, and they were just normal guys that would go out and have a few pops at the pub with everybody else. And so I have this picture. I have this picture, and then of course I got my Magnavox commemorative bat that was given out April 11th at Fulton County Stadium. We drove up from Jacksonville to go to the game that Saturday night to get the bat that was an exact replica of Hank Aaron's bat that he had used 3 days earlier to hit the home run on April 8th. And so I still have that bat it's got the brass little plaque on the top of the bat that says Magnavox Bat Night in commemoration of Hank Aaron breaking the home run record. It's all a little brass, and it's tacked to the wood bat and everything like they did. And me and a buddy of mine went, my dad took us up there, and he would use his bat to actually play baseball with and everything. And I appreciate that, because that makes my bat worth more now, because I never used it to play baseball and everything with. I was a big Henry Aaron guy.
Yeah, like I was saying, I followed Henry through all the years with the Braves, and of course, he finished his career with the Milwaukee Brewers. In fact, he hit 22 homers with the Brewers, and I think he was with them for a couple of years, and he ended up with 755. But all in all, it's a big thing for Milwaukee, and they really felt bad about his passing, and I know they really celebrate him as one of their big heroes.
He was one of my biggest heroes growing up. Hammerin' Hank, he'll be missed. 86 years young when he passed away.
Number 44. In his very first year as a rookie in Milwaukee, he wore number 5. But then after that, it was 44 all the way to the end. So, anyways, it's part of sports history that it'll always be there, and we're going to miss him.
We are. Thanks for the call, Hugh.
You bet. Bye now.
Yeah, Larry King, great broadcaster. Larry King, who started his career as a radio broadcaster in Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
Because they told him, a guy told him, if you're looking to break into the radio industry, go to Florida. There's not a whole lot of experienced radio people down there.
There we go.
I broke into radio in Florida.
Right. So you're following in his footsteps.
Well, I don't know about that. But Larry King passed Saturday. That news was Saturday at 87 years old.
Yeah.
So, I'm waiting for the third person, because it always comes in threes.
Right.
So somebody probably passed today or something that we didn't expect. But Hank Aaron, a little bit of my childhood was disappeared Friday when Hank Aaron passed away. So these things happen, though. It's part of life. So let's get back to your events and what you're doing. Why do you find that it's your calling, basically, to do these type of events and offer the opportunities, because this isn't just an opportunity for your company to grow. You're offering opportunities for people to grow their own companies through these networking events.
Absolutely. I'm of the mindset that networking is the number one marketing strategy for any business. So for me to create those kinds of events is something that's fun, but it's also something that's beneficial that I see helping other businesses, because I actually see referrals being passed right then and there.
The number one marketing tool in business is radio. Did you know that? Radio.
After radio,
Did
it's
you know that?
networking.
Radio.
No, but, and they actually go hand in hand, because when you go to a networking event and somebody says, I've heard you on the radio, then that's already credibility right away, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
When I go to networking events, I go, I hear you on the radio, and then I turn it off immediately. That's what I hear.
And you're like, I'm sorry. No, but, and I just find it that it's really, really valuable, and it's fun for me. So it's definitely what I enjoy doing the most.
And do you find that even when you run into the same, and you do, when you network, you see the same group of people. Now, there are new faces, like you said, 2/3 new faces, but you see the same people. But I always find if you have a good conversation and a good networking interaction, you'll always find something new every time.
Oh, yeah. And those people are also working and progressing and having updates and new announcements, right, that they can share with you. And maybe someone that you've known all these years has actually just switched careers or started a new business, right? And so now you see them again, and maybe it's a new opportunity for you guys to work together. So it's not like it's wasted time,
And one of the hardest things is when you're established at something and then you reinvent or you go into something else.
Right.
And people already have you branded as what you had established.
Yes.
To get them to then, and I'll tell you, I know from 100% from experience.
Yeah.
For 3 years, 4 years now, I've owned a company called Brick City Creative.
Yes.
And it is a video production and live streaming company.
Yeah.
Every networking event I go to this day, I hand them my Brick City card. They go, oh, I thought you were in radio.
Right.
Well, I am in radio.
Yeah.
But I own this company.
I can do more than one.
When I hand them Brick City, they go, but aren't you on WOCA? What? I don't know this radio station. Right. This isn't a radio station.
Yeah.
But because I'd been branded as part of the Voice of Ocala with Buddy Martin for years here at this radio station. And then now I'm back on the radio here doing Ocala Talks. It's very difficult for me. I think it's the number one hurdle I have to get over is telling people, yes, I do radio.
Right.
But I also own a video production live streaming company.
Right.
And it's tough sometimes. And networking sometimes is the only way to, because you have to be face to face. You can explain that to somebody.
Right.
Without networking, I wouldn't have the opportunity to explain, yes, I'm in radio, but I'm also a video production live streaming owner of a company.
Right. And that actually just happened because someone that used to come to a lot of events back in 2019 before COVID hit was with a certain business, right, a certain company, and he came to these events last week, and I literally introduced him as, this is so-and-so from this company. And he's like, actually, no, I started my own business. So it's like you never really know, and you may have pigeonholed that person, right? Thinking that that's what they do, but they can do more things. And even one business, one business owner can have two businesses.
Well, I do radio.
Or three, exactly.
I do radio.
Yeah.
I own a video production live streaming company.
Right.
And I own an entertainment company that does trivia, wedding receptions. I own that company because I'm the guy that does all that.
Right.
The KT Entertainment that I own that does trivia and can do karaoke and can DJ weddings and stuff like that. That's me. I do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. A lot of people know I'm the trivia guy.
Yeah.
People see me around town. I'm either the guy on the radio or the trivia guy.
Right. Well, and it's for me, it's the same because people just see me as the networking person, but they don't realize sometimes that I also have a marketing agency, right? And they're like, oh, you don't just do networking events. Well, networking events are one of the services that we provide, and also they are a way for me to get clients for my marketing agency, right?
Right.
But sometimes people think that that's literally just that.
And marketing is so much more than networking. I mean, networking is a vital part of marketing.
Yes.
But anywhere you see a logo, that's marketing.
Yeah.
People think, billboards. Sometimes you hear this: billboards are a waste of time. yet you know where the billboards are located.
Right.
I could tell you right now, I won't, but I can tell you right now, all 6 ads that are running right now on the billboard on the overpass on 17th Street.
Yeah.
Because I pass it every morning.
Right.
At 6:45, 7 o'clock in the morning, and as you're coming over it, it's flashing, it's dark, it catches your attention.
We're actually going to get a billboard for our networking group.
Well, see, so I know those words. I know Mike Scott Plumbing.
Yeah.
It comes out nights, weekends, and doesn't charge any money because you'll hear it on the radio, and they're catchy little commercials on the radio.
Right.
And so marketing is so much more than, and network is a vital part.
Yeah.
But marketing is magazines and billboards and radio and TV. And people think, well, what else is marketing? Real estate sign. When you see a real estate sign in a ground that says this home for sale, and it has a real estate agent's picture and a number, that's marketing.
Right. Well, and even, right now, digital marketing is huge, right? So, if you don't have a website, then you are behind, right? You're behind your competitors. If you are not on social media, then you're losing one level of credibility, and you're losing so much exposure that you can get from being on social media, right? If you're not paying attention to your Google reviews, that's another place where you're lacking, right? You can be doing all this work, you can be paying for billboards or radio, but if people look you up and you have a 2-star, ranking on Google, then you're going to be losing that money and you're not going to get any leads or clients, right? So
Lady called me on Thursday, said I did a internet check, and you came up on a Google review, and the reviews were good, so I was calling you. And we talked, and the money she wanted to spend was not, we couldn't help her.
Right.
Okay, she didn't have the money to spend to do what she wanted to do.
Right.
To have my company do it for her.
Yes.
It's probably going to be something she has to do with an iPhone herself.
Yeah.
With the money she had allotted to spend.
Right.
But a lot of people don't realize how much digital marketing is not expensive, but it's not free either.
Right, exactly.
Well, but she found me through Google reviews.
Yeah, exactly. It's so important, and a lot of people don't, a lot of business owners don't have the time to make that a goal, right? They serve clients, they're busy doing the work, right? They're busy acquiring clients, providing the services or products, and then they kind of forget to ask for reviews, right? And with customers, the people that are going to leave reviews are the ones that are upset, right? Happy customers do not leave reviews unless you ask them. Exactly,
right. We made the choice. Well, I made the choice because I planned this whole weekend that this happened. By the way, and I'm not a planner, so it was, it was foreign territory to me.
Right.
But one of the ways I picked the hotel that we stayed at was I was looking for hotels between $90 and $120 a night.
Right.
So that it's an okay hotel. It's not, it's not on the low end of hotels, but it's not on the high end either. It's right in the middle. And so I went and I checked the reviews. And the hotel we stayed at had 9.1 out of 10.
Right. That's awesome.
In that price range, it had the best rating of everything.
And that's what made you choose.
Right.
Right.
And we had a good time at the hotel. Basically it was a place to shower and stage going out and stuff and getting ready. But I'm going to write a Google review today for the place. Yeah. And I will give it mostly glowing. I will say, and I'll be honest. Yeah. The bed was a little soft. Yeah. And the breakfast that is included is horrible.
Okay. Well, they should know that.
They should know that, though.
Yes.
And so I'm going to put that. And the beauty of this is one of the things that made me like this hotel a lot is that they respond to their reviews.
Right. And
Don't
that's
just
important.
read your review.
Yeah.
Don't just read your review. Respond. Take time out and say, hey, thanks for the feedback.
Right.
Whether it's good or bad.
Right.
Thanks for the feedback. Because every little bit of feedback helps.
Exactly. And even if it is bad, right, then you reach out to them, right? And you say, hey, we're so sorry that you had a bad experience. How can we make it better? Please contact us, right? And then a lot of the time, if you can work it out with that customer, you can then ask them, hey, do you mind please taking down that review if you can make them happy again, right? But even if they never take down that review, just the fact that you answered shows the other people that are now reading these reviews that at least you cared enough to try to address it, right?
And you said, hey, reach back out to us
Yeah.
and see what we can do to make you happy with your
Exactly.
experience. That shows people, well, this hotel or this business, wherever it is,
Yeah.
will go the extra mile to try to make your experience right.
Exactly.
If they got something wrong.
Right.
And that's a big deal. Also, for the first time in my life, and I'm sure COVID did this, but it makes the most sense in the world. This hotel that we stayed at
Yeah.
communicated everything with us. You know how you usually pick the phone up, you call front desk and everything?
Yeah.
Everything was communicated through text.
Huh. I like
It
that.
was so much better.
Yeah.
So much easier. I didn't have to worry about who was the last person that had that phone, where's that phone,
Right.
I texted everything, and the front desk within 90 seconds, somebody from the front desk gets back to you.
Wow.
I said we needed towels.
Yeah.
Within 45 seconds, they said, we'll send from someone from housekeeping up a towel.
That's very cool.
Right from the text message. So they're actually paying somebody
Yeah.
to, one of their jobs is to monitor and respond to text messages from
Right.
people staying in the hotel.
Yeah.
I thought that was an amazing advancement
Definitely.
in hospitality
Yeah.
that probably was brought on by COVID.
Yeah.
But you got to find the silver linings in COVID. And one of
Right.
the silver linings is I think that type of hospitality improvement where they text with you.
Right.
Like I texted, I go, can we check in?
Yeah.
They're like, we have rooms available, yes. And so
Right.
we 4 o'clock check-in. We checked in at about 10 after 2.
Yeah.
Because I texted the hotel. The hotel said, sure, we're ready. Come on.
Yeah. No, that's very cool. I like that.
And that I'd never experienced that before
Right.
till this trip. And believe me, when I say I've never experienced it before, since 2000, 1999 or 2000, well, 98 probably, because I was opening stores for Mellow Mushroom. So from 98 till now, I've probably stayed in hotels 500-600 times
Yeah.
in that 20-year period, 22-year period, 500-600 times in there.
Yeah.
And this was the first time I'd ever seen the text message option.
That's
I've
awesome.
stayed a lot in hotels.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is the first time I saw this text message option, and I thought, wow, that's a good advancement.
Yeah.
That's a really good advancement.
I'm a texter, like I love texting. If you need to communicate something to me, do not call me. I do not like it when people call me. You know what I mean? I mean, clients, they like calling me and I will always pick up.
Right.
And sometimes like if I'm in a rush or I'm driving or something, yes, I'll
I just
make
wish there was a
call.
way you could
Right.
express emotion in text. You can't.
Yeah, right, because emojis aren't cutting it.
They're not cutting.
But text just makes things so much easier, right? And it can be really done from any business.
Yes.
Like, for example, with, a medical practice, texting to confirm appointments, right? Or medical spas, or even hair salons, literally anything where you have appointments, text to confirm those appointments. And then have the people text back, yes or no. It's so much easier.
Every 5 weeks, I get my hair cut.
Yeah.
I know the Monday of the 5th week.
Yeah.
I get a ding on my phone. It says, confirming your hair appointment
Right.
on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And yes, and I just reply
Exactly.
yes. And it's so much. And now when they text it to me, like they'll text me my appointment.
Yeah.
And do you accept this appointment? I press yes. It immediately goes into my Google Calendar.
Nice.
Because they're on Google. They're in with Google, so
Yeah.
it immediately loads to my calendar. I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
The ease of texting.
Exactly.
Has made
As
life so
compared
much easier.
to somebody calling you, if you miss it, they're leaving a voicemail. Now you have to listen to your voicemails, right? It's just so much more easy.
We're
and
up against the
flexible.
break. Sonda usually is out of here after an hour, but I want to give her an opportunity to tell where her events are coming up this week.
Yeah.
That she's having. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll hold her over.
I actually
for
have
about,
to run.
You have to run?
I've got to run. But at the Spring Hill Suites, Thursday and Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m.
All right, there you go. So
Thank you, Tom.
Then we did get out because she's got to run. We were going to hold her over just so she can do that. But she got to
I've
run.
got to meet with someone very important.
WOCA, the source.
Thank you.